Okay, we'll call the meeting to order for the City of Saratoga Springs on today, Tuesday, August 4th at 6:02 p.m. Call to order, we have Councilman Wilden, Councilman Porter, Councilman McComber, Councilman Carn, and Councilman Podeska is excused this evening. So we do have a quorum. Councilman McComber, will you lead us in an invocation? And Councilman Wilden, will you lead us in a prayer? Or pledge, sorry.
Yes.
Our dear and gracious Heavenly Father, as we come before thee this time, we're grateful for the many blessings thou hast given us. We're thankful for this city in which we get to live, and we ask that thou would bless us this day, that we'll be able to have thy spirit with us so that we can make decisions that benefit the city today and into the future. Heavenly Father, please bless the residents of the city, the state, and this country, and all over the world as people are dealing with this pandemic. Please allow the pandemic to subside as quickly as possible and allow the leaders throughout the world to make decisions that will benefit all people. Heavenly Father, we love thee and we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please repeat the pledge with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Any reports? Okay, Mark, anything from administration?
Mayor and Council, a couple of quick updates for you. First of all, we received notification earlier today that our NRCS grant is approved and signed and ready to go. So we'll be meeting with them. As we indicated to you before in other updates, this is to help us to prevent damage, post-fire down off of the Knowles burn scar. So we will begin issuing contracts for that for silt fence. We've received permission to get out onto the property prior to the 30 days being up for installing some of the silt fences and things of that nature. Some of the more permanent improvements will still have to wait for the cultural approvals to happen, which was 30 days from about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So we should be on target for getting some of those improvements in the ground almost immediately. So we're anxious to get those going. I just thought I'd give you a quick update on that. And then just as a quick reminder, we do have need for a closed session this evening.
Okay, perfect.
Mayor, do you want to maybe just talk about the tour we did and publicly on the record for the opening?
Yep, Costco, we just finished a tour with Costco just an hour ago. They're ready for the grand opening here in Saratoga Springs on August 13th at 7:30 in the morning. The gas station will open up the day before. So if anybody's ready, they're welcome to go. They've got a lot of great sell items, doorbusters for the grand opening, some Yeti coolers, some Under Armour gear, and some other deep freezes and different things. So they do have some stuff and a lot of toilet paper and Clorox wipes, even though Wilden tried to sneak a pallet out.
It caught me. My shirt was big.
But yeah, so that'll be going on. Okay. Business items, Planning Commission appointment. Councilman Podeska and I had a chance to interview a lot of really great applicants for the Planning Commission and talk with a lot of them. And we have some that have been involved in the community a long time, some of them with a lot of experience. Bryce McConkey is one that both of us felt, and David Stroud felt would be a great addition to the dynamic that we have on our Planning Commission now. I'll let him explain a little bit of his background. One of the things that was stuck out to us is his experience in Draper as they built their tech center and their office buildings, kind of the do's and don'ts and things. He's been down the road we're starting to head down. So that is great insight for the Planning Commission to have as they make recommendations to us. So he was on here just a second ago.
I'm on here.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Perfect. Can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, thank you. I'm honored. I'm excited, and I appreciate the opportunity to interview and to serve the community. This is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. That the time is right. I really appreciated the conversation that we had. I'm excited the direction that the city has been going, the improvements that have been made, the businesses coming in is, I think, exactly what we need. So I'm looking forward to serving with the rest of the team and with everyone there at the city.
Is there any questions from the council on the recommendation? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion.
I'll pull it up. I just don't have it ready. You get it?
I'll move that we approve business item 1, planning commission appointment. Oh, my screen just shifted. Don't put that part in the minutes. Bryce McConkey resolution R20-36 dated today.
I'll second.
Yeah, with first from Councilman Wilden, a second from Councilman McComber. Any further discussion? Wilden,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
McComber,
Aye.
Karn.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Bryce, for your willingness to serve, and Dave will get you up to speed on everything that's happening.
Yep,
Terrific.
Bryce, we have a planning commission next week. Are you just quickly, are you set up through IT yet for email?
No, sir. No.
Okay, I'll work on that this week and we'll get that taken care of.
Terrific.
Okay, thanks, Bryce.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, I had business item 2, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Saratoga Springs Welfare Complex Community Plan and Village Plan. Johnny Watson.
Mayor and council, what you have before you is continued growth here in the city, things we like to see. Just to verify, you are seeing the screen, correct? The presentation?
Yes.
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 So this is the welfare complex, as it's been referred to, which would contain the Bishop Storehouse and DI thrift store. You are the land use authority located there at Medical Drive, Redwood Road. And Johnny Watson is one of the applicants. He is online here with us. Zoning, we're in the PC zone. The general plan is the planned community mixed use. Total is about 11.82 acres here. And they're identifying as the regional retail as identified already in the community plan. And they'll be using the Parkway open space as the open space type of the DAP. Currently, there would be 32 ERUs. Now, there is a lot that's out on Redwood Road for future development. That will increase the ERUs by a bit, not by much. And that will then develop as the RC zone when it comes online. So the two buildings right now are composed of approximately 70,000 square feet. Again, the Bishop Storehouse and the Deseret Industries thrift store, 90,000 plus feet of landscaping. And again, future development on lot 1. Basic site plan with the landscaping plan you see here with the square footages proposed. Again, lot 1 at some point will develop as a commercial use. Initially, they had the DI out along Redwood Road, and they did shifted that to further interior to leave this available for retail type uses. The landscaping plan with the numbers of what's provided. And then initially, this was the initial architecture they submitted, and we had made comment, I had made comment on the first review that, for instance, these walls here, very plain, flat. I went to the Planning Commission with this. There were no changes up to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission did recommend that the applicant make changes to the architecture for this building here, and they did that. And they brought out some of these columns now here on some of the walls to provide some relief, as you see here on the various elevations, to hopefully break up some of that of the flat wall. And so that's the architecture they're proposing for that building. Then of course the DI building you see here, which I think is their typical plan that they build. If you've been to any of the other DIs around, you'll see that this is fairly harmonious with the other buildings you see. The Planning Commission does recommend approval. They did have on the conditions number 5 and number 6, enhance the walls, which they have done. And then the UDOT work with you to mitigate access 1 and this level of service F. And if you have any questions on that, Gordon Minor can entertain questions on that. But they do recommend approval. And of course, you do have the option to continue or deny the request. Any questions? And John,
I had a few, but I'll wait.
Who had questions?
I did.
Okay.
I wasn't sure whether we wanted to let the applicant talk or if you wanted
the
to.
applicant would like to talk first, they can.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is Johnny Watson on behalf of the owner. We'd just like to state that we appreciate being before you this evening and would like to voice our appreciation to all the staff that's helped us immensely through the process to get this package put together for you. We're excited to be in your community and look forward to working in your community. So that's all we have at the moment, unless you have some specific questions for us.
Okay, Councilman Porter.
So I just wanted to get a little bit of clarification from staff on the Planning Commission had mentioned that they wanted some architectural changes to the Bishop Storehouse. Those were made. So with those changes, are they just complying with Title 19 as far as the architectural standards?
for the most part, there is a standard in Title 19 which says that a wall can't have more than 75% of one material. These walls here you see are mostly brick, so it does exceed that 75. However, you have the option as your legislative right to do so, that the whole kind of purpose of the community plan option is there's something different.
Right.
So you can't approve some that varies from Title 19.
I understand that, and I'm comfortable. I realize that this is the product that we're going to get. This is what they build everywhere, and I'm glad that they were able to make those changes with the columns on the Bishop Storehouse. My concern is actually Lot 1. If we are we entitling Lot 1 with a lesser standard if we approve this, or are they required to come in under Title 19?
No, yeah, the village plan specifically states that when Lot 1 develops, it will follow straight Title 19 regional commercial, which has.
I guess I missed that when I was looking for it earlier. And then my other question, I guess, is for Gordon about the access one. Is there I mean, I tend to agree that putting in a pork chop or a median or something there to make it a right in, right out on that upper access. I mean, and I'd be interested to hear from the applicant, I guess, of what they do they envision that as mainly truck traffic, because their main entrance and all their parking is off of Medical Drive, and so do they expect many patrons to use that, or is it mainly for deliveries and such? I don't want to repeat, I don't want to create traffic problems for the neighborhood across the street if we don't have to.
So we, as Gordon stated in our planning commission meeting, that we knew we'd be addressing that issue when we applied for our Utah permit. So we fully anticipate that to be a right in and right out only intersection.
Okay.
So
That's
no surprise to us at all.
Okay. Those are my questions. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions from the council? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I will move that we approve business item 2, ordinance 20
Sorry, real quick, Stephen, I'm sorry, I got disconnected for a second. I just had a quick question for Kevin, if it's okay, before you make the motion. Did I catch you in time?
Perfect.
Sorry. So Kevin, I noticed in the packet that the recommendation from the planning commission was for us to have a public hearing. Is that a typo? And do we need to still have one because we now have in the packet that the recommendation is the Planning Commission recommends the City Council conduct a public meeting, discuss the proposed CP and VP and approve the request subject. Is that just a public meeting that we're having now, or does it have to be an open meeting where people can comment?
So I was not at that Planning Commission meeting. I'm not sure what they recommended exactly, but if it was a recommendation, you don't have to comply with that.
Okay.
Title 19 just requires a public hearing at the Planning Commission stage.
Okay.
Oftentimes, so public meetings, you can take, under the law, the Open and Public Meetings Act, at a public meeting, you can take public comment on an item. You're not required to because it's not a required public hearing, but you may, but you're not required to.
Okay,
So I think you're fine.
Okay,
It's up to your discretion though.
Thank you. No, and I think it covers. And then my other thing is I just wanted to appreciate the changes to the Bishop Storehouse. And then my last question is if you look at the actual drawing, the main one that shows the DI and it's the one that shows the from above. Are you really anticipating the traffic to go from the back of the store for drop off to the parking lot? Because that's very counterintuitive to most of the DIs that I've been to. Is that really the plan, that people are going to come in from behind and then versus going? And yeah, that was just my question.
So we do have a couple of facilities that they do follow a different traffic pattern. And our goal is to get as much traffic out onto Medical Drive instead of exiting out directly onto Redwood Drive. Based on our traffic studies, that was kind of our goal to accomplish.
Okay, so I just really, from a safety perspective, I just make sure that there's like good visual, because you almost have like a blind corner there. I just want to make sure that we're safe there when people are coming out, and then you have that corner, because that's the family services, I believe, the counseling end of the building, if I'm not mistaken, and just all that parking that's going to be further west of that exit. So that's just a little bit of a concern, because when people are going out the back, then it's less people walking around. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to Councilman Wilden's motion.
Well, while I was motioning, I will just say, or before I restart it, I do appreciate the open space plan, just so you're aware. I like how it broke up the different parking spots and everything. So just to get that in the minutes, I appreciate the open space plan. So thank you. I'll move that we approve business item 2, ordinance 20-27 dated today, including all staff findings and conditions.
I'll second.
Second.
Okay, I have first from Councilman Wilden, and I heard Councilman Karn, so second from Councilman Karn. Any further discussion?
Do we need to amend the 5th condition because it has been met? They've done the pilasters, because enhance the walls. It says other enhance the walls visually with pilasters or some such detail, because that actually has been done. Do we need to amend that at all?
We can.
So I'm asking staff. I'm not saying, Stephen, you have to amend it. I'm just wondering, do we need to?
I don't think we do, because it complies.
Okay.
I think what you would do is you would indicate on the record that so leave it the same, and if it's enhanced, et cetera, per the submitted drawings. I think that would be something that would work well.
Okay, so I will amend it. Something enhanced drawings.
Condition 5 to add per enhanced or the drawings.
Here,
I would just reference the drawing. Yeah.
How about I say
You know.
amending it, including condition 5 to include the enhancements as outlined in the drawings presented today.
Thank you.
Perfect. So I have an amended first
Amended second.
and an amended second. Any other discussion? Councilman Porter,
Aye.
Wilden,
Aye.
McComber,
Aye.
Karn.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Item 3, the agreement for the conduit for fiber.
Mayor and council, I don't see Jeremy online, but I'll just take this one real quick. What this is it's an opportunity for us to basically get some conduit. As you know, we've been adding conduit whenever we build projects where it makes sense in the city. And as we've been doing projects and things of that nature. And so in this particular scenario, we have an opportunity for us to exchange some conduit and get some fiber optics pulled closer to public works. And so again, we think that there is definitely some value for this. This would certainly be an opportunity for us. And so again, we're recommending that we move forward with this agreement. And again, it would be an agreement that allows me to exchange existing conduits for the improvements needed to connect public works to the fiber optic system. So again, it's part of our overall strategy with fiber optics.
Okay, if there's no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the agreement with Avative for use of conduit for fiber, resolution R20-37 dated today.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a first from Councilman Porter, a second from Councilman McComber. Any further discussion? Councilman Karn,
Aye.
McComber,
Aye.
Wilden,
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Business item 4, the reimbursement agreement for Saratoga Springs Commercial Plat E with Westlake Partners LLC resolution. Anybody?
This is Gordon.
Maybe this is me, Mark.
It is you, Gordon. Welcome.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit flat-footed. I didn't expect to be back today, but came back a little bit early. So anyway, yes. So this is a simple reimbursement agreement for the widening of the street there in front of the liquor store. So it's for a little bit wider curb, a little bit more pavement, those sorts of things.
Any questions from the council?
If I could, it also upsizes the water line. There's a couple water lines through there that also upsizes. So it's pretty much the reimbursement agreements for that road upsize. We've looked at that, and we're very much in favor of the improvement upgrades that are part of this proposal.
Yeah, we've checked the quantities and the line items and the schedule of values that are associated with it, the evidence they provided. So yes, staff supports this agreement.
I'll entertain a motion then.
Mayor, I move to approve business item 4, resolution R20-38 dated today.
Okay, I have a first from Councilman Karn.
I'll second.
I have a second from Councilman Porter. Any further discussion on the motion? Councilman Wilden,
Aye.
Comber,
Aye.
Karn,
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Business item 5, annual interlocal cooperation agreement for substance misuse prevention and communities that care prevention model with Utah County and Eagle Mountain, resolution R20-39.
So Mayor and Council, that's my item. Essentially here, this is very similar to the contracts that you've seen in the past, our annual contract. As highlighted in the staff report, some of the key distinctions this year are one, creating one interlocal agreement between Eagle Mountain, Saratoga Springs, and Utah County, whereas Utah County would do a separate agreement with Eagle Mountain, separate agreement with Saratoga Springs. We put it all into one agreement, so we're all on the same page. Also, clarifications on exactly what the obligations of the program are to the city, to both cities. And also, we incorporated how do annual evaluations and raises work for the staff member. In the time that I've been here, and I guess before I got here as well, there was confusion on how that functioned because it wasn't specified in the contracts, which means that our staff member, at least for the last few years that I've been here, my understanding is before basically she started has had the same hourly rate for several years because it wasn't specified in the contract. So now it's specified in the contract how that functions and where the funding comes from for that. And then lastly, clarifications on compensation to the city of Saratoga Springs for other ancillary staff time, such as payroll and things like that. So other than that, the general program is the same. And a lot of the clarifications on the obligations is more about how it's reported, and it gives an opportunity for the council to get a little more insight on what's going on with the program, as well as give feedback on what you would like to see incorporated within the program. I have Karen here if there's any questions about the program specific, but if you have questions about the contract, I'm happy to answer any questions at this time.
Okay, any questions from the council?
I'd just like to say, you know, the communities of care has been, I think, a great thing, and I'm glad that we're able to clear up some of these misunderstandings and things in the contract so that we can continue to move forward and continue to benefit our community.
Okay, I will entertain a motion.
I move that we approve business item number 5, resolution R20-39. I don't believe there were any staff findings and conditions, but if there were, with those dated today.
Okay, I have a first from Councilman McComber.
Second.
Second from Councilman Wilden. Any further discussion? Wilden?
Aye.
Karn?
Aye.
McComber?
Aye.
Porter?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Business item 6, the interlocal cooperation agreement for school resource officer with the Board of Education, Jordan School District, resolution R20-40.
Mayor and council, I'll tackle this. It's quite simple. Because we provide the police services for Bluffdale, they have the opportunity to have school resource officer up in Bluffdale, and because they're technically our police officers, the interlocal agreement is kind of a three-way deal ultimately between us. Although Bluffdale contracts with us, we need to be the ones to execute the agreement with the Jordan School District. So again, we recommend the approval of this. You'll note that the rate here is slightly higher than Alpine School District, and we will continue our vigilance in encouraging them to pay us more for school resource officers, given the cost differential.
Okay.
Mark stole my comment, so.
And Bluffdale City, they're on board. I'm assuming their council's requested this.
Yes, this is for them, and obviously they want to have the school resource officers available to them. So this, ironically, just it's part of their approved budget, and it would be part of our overall contract with them.
Okay, and I will entertain a motion.
I move that we approve business item 6, resolution R20-40, dated today, with any staff findings and conditions that may be on there.
Okay, I have a
I'll
first
second.
from Councilman Porter, second from Councilman Karn. Any further discussion? Karn?
Aye.
Porter?
Aye.
Wilden?
Aye.
McComber?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. I have the approval for the minutes for July 21st and July 27th. I'll entertain a motion on that.
Move to approve minutes.
I have a
For
first
both
from
dates.
Councilman Karn.
I'll second.
I have a second from Councilman Porter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes unanimously. We have need to enter into closed session this evening.
So moved for the items listed on the agenda.
I have a first from Councilman Wilden,
Second.
second from Councilman Porter. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll adjourn to the closed session.
Wow.
That's a good picture.
You're live on YouTube, Steven.
Well, the 3 viewers will see it.
We have 3? What? We have 3?
We actually have 5 right now.
Wilden
Yeah.
got 2 of his kids' iPads.
Well, Chris Karn is one of the YouTube watchers. He's seen what he looks like on YouTube.
Okay, we're out of closed session. If there's no further business, we'll adjourn the meeting.
Mayor, if I could, I forgot to mention earlier the night out against crime tonight, which the police department is having. So I forgot to mention that earlier. I apologize. As you as a council are very aware, the police department is in the middle of their parade routes right now. And we want to thank the police department and celebrate the police night out against crime. And so just a reminder for the public that's watching, they're out and about in the community. Mayor, thank you.
Okay.
I have
Perfect.
a motion that Steven has too much time on his hands.
I did these ones a while ago.
Oh, goodness. We appreciate the police
Thank you.
department and the chief and the fire
Yeah.
department. Thanks.
Yes.
Perfect. We'll adjourn the meeting.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye,
Steve.
everyone.